managing. There's increase everywhere, but not really increase of money. Maybe salaries, but increase of every other thing, prices of goods, services, or whatnot, petrol price, transportation fare. You go to the supermarket, go to the open market, every single thing, every single item. Okay, I just remembered this morning I was at a supermarket, and then I bought salt, a sachet, and I was like, what's the new price for salt? And they were like, that's the only thing that has not added money. I was like, yeah. So salt has not added. That's good. I'm guessing it's for the supermarkets where I went to buy the salt. So I don't know what the price is where you are. You know, there are some things that we really do not consider that much, you know, about the prices. Salt is one of those commodities that you almost cannot do without. Yeah, you have to cook with it, even if you don't really like much salt. All right, just a little bit. So you need salt in your kitchen, because what's a kitchen without the salt? I mean, like, you need to have salt in your kitchen, right? So I just heard that one, the price has not increased, but in case the price has increased, in whatever supermarket you go to or whichever markets you visit, you know, to get your items, well, sorry, perhaps you could come and I will give you my plug for salt. Okay, on the show this afternoon, we'll be having two major conversations about increase in price of some commodities. All right, that is generally affecting everyone. Okay, but in a few minutes, we'll be looking at some of the big stories, and I'm seeing a lot of probing happening here and there, investigations here and there, uncovering here and there. Yesterday, they uncovered 32 routes where they are illegally smuggling, or through which they are illegally smuggling food out of our country. Well, today there's another thing that has been uncovered. All right, I'll tell you about that. So the first big story, we're going to look at them. The Senate is probing. Nigerian lawmakers are also probing something else. I'll tell you about those. So after the big stories, from now till about 4 p.m. and then 4 p.m. we'll bring you the news. That's the business news. Now, I just saw something on this paper, you know, it got me to stop. I just wanted to be sure of what's happening here. Anyway, so after the news, we'll be talking about the high cost of building materials. Well, of course, cement is actually what's in the news right now, but there are so many other things that are involved if you're going to set up construct any building. Right? There are so many things, but cement is the big issue right now. So we'll be talking about how the high cost of building materials impacts development. Because I heard yesterday, I remember someone sent a message and was like, now who don't chop, they build, right? But that's not the only thing. It affects us in other ways beyond you building personally. There are so many ways the high cost of cement and other building materials is affecting Nigeria as a country. So we'll be looking to have architect Ebi Bozimo to help us have that particular conversation, to help us understand the impact of high cost of building materials to development in Nigeria. And then 5 o'clock, we'll bring you the news updates. After the news update, I would like to find out how you're navigating the recent petrol issues in Nigeria. I just want to know what's happening in your life. Really, I just want to know. But then at that time, I would want to know your expectations as the petrol situation or petrol issues linger. What do you expect? What are you looking forward to? What do you hope that should actually change? All right, the expectation could actually be what you've decided to do, what you are hoping to actually do, right? Or what you are hoping that is going to happen in Nigeria pretty soon. So that will be the conversation for 5 o'clock, and that will be the last conversation. 6 o'clock will take us to the news. And after the news, I'll be back here with open season, and then we'll get your thoughts in case you missed out on any of the conversations. You can call in, you can send a message, and of course, during the news, we always have new stories, and some of them are quite catchy. You can also react to those at that time. Okay. Get on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. We are on Instagram, on X. Just get on social media. You'll find us. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. We're live there now at Nigeria Info PH, Nigeria Info FM _PH. We'd like to hear from you. All right. My name is Constance Mega. Welcome aboard.
This is 92.3. 92.3.
First one, Senate to probe Buhari government, Emefiele over 30 trillion naira CBN loans. Well, all the national dailies this morning captured that, but I'm reading from the Punch, and the story says that the Senate on Tuesday resolved to probe how the 30 trillion naira Ways and Means loans of the Central Bank of Nigeria was obtained and spent by the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, Ways and Means is a loan facility through which the CBN finances government's budget shortfalls. And I remember one of the things they mentioned is the outcome of that probe will determine if they're going to pay back and how they're going to do that. So part of what the Senate actually noted is that the reckless spending of the overdraft collected from the CBN under Godwin Emefiele largely accounted for the food and security crisis the country is currently facing. So they've decided to set up an ad hoc committee to probe the past administration. All right. So they're saying the details of the spending were deliberately not made available to the National Assembly. Interesting. All right, more stories about probings or probes coming up now. Another one we have here. Nigerian lawmakers to investigate exit of multinationals from the country. Well, in case you're wondering, what are they investigating? Is it not clear? Don't they know why the multinationals are leaving? Well, they still need to find out what exactly is the problem, right? If it's something we can solve right now, perhaps they could do that. All right, so I'm taking this one from Premium Times. So Nigerian lawmakers have resolved to investigate the departure of some multinational companies from the country amid a volatile macroeconomic environment. Now, this resolution was reached by the House of Representatives following the adoption of a motion moved by Patrick Umar, representing Akwa Ibom, and two other legislators. Well, this happened during the plenary session yesterday. All right, so in case you don't know, foreign companies, especially manufacturers and energy firms, have been leaving Nigeria, with many citing the current foreign exchange crunch and devaluation of the naira, resulting in lower earnings for foreign companies in dollar terms as their reasons. Now, moving the motion on the need for intervention to, stop the exit, Mr. Omar listed about a dozen companies that have left the country or ceased production due to the harsh economic environment. And he said the mass exit of these companies hinder economic growth potential, leads to job losses, increased poverty, decreased government revenue, diminishes investor confidence in the Nigerian market. All right. So why are they leaving? How can we get them not to leave again? Reminds me of a song by Pink. Please don't leave me. Okay, another thing here. Another big story. Shelve your planned protests. DSS urges labor leaders. Are they pleading? Or are they threatening? Well, let's see. The Department of State Services, DSS, has urged organized labor to shelve its planned protests against the prevailing economic situation in the country. So the DSS, in a statement by its spokesman, Peter Afunanya, urged the union to shelve the plan in the interest of peace and public order. They said the union should please pursue dialogue and negotiation rather than engaging in conduct that could heighten tensions. So they're not threatening, they're begging. So I'll quote him here. This is more so that the service is aware that some elements are planning to use the opportunity of the protest to foment crisis and, by extension, widespread violence. The development, without doubt, will worsen the socio-economic situation across the country. It is common knowledge that all levels of government are striving to ameliorate the prevailing economic condition and, as such, should be given a benefit of the doubt. So far, appropriate authorities are working assiduously with a spectrum of stakeholders to fashion out modalities to address the current difficulties. They should, therefore, be given the chance to handle the challenges at hand. All right, end of quote. All right, the last one now. NNPC uncovers fresh illegal connections, refineries in Rivers State and some other places. All right, we got that from the Nigerian Info FM news team. And that particular story was in our 12 o'clock bulletin this afternoon. So I'll read it again. I'm sure you heard it if you listened to the news, but I'll read it again. So the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited says it has discovered a fresh 223 illegal connections and illegal refineries in the Niger Delta. That's a lot. In a 2-minute video obtained by newsmen today, 27 of the incidences occurred at Matron Engineering Facilities, 21 at Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, 7 at Shell Petroleum Development Company facilities, and 4 at N30tn Security Services Limited, and then 156 incidences were recorded at facilities owned by government security agencies. And that's not all. 20 illegal connections were discovered in Okrika, River State. They also discovered some in Bayelsa and Delta State, while illegal refineries were uncovered at different locations in Rivers, Delta, Bayelsa, and Abia States. Anyway, speaking on this, the NNPCL CEO, Mele Kyari, said there is no backing down on the war on crude oil theft until the menace is eradicated. All right. So let's get thoughts now. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002. And 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007, or better still, send a message via WhatsApp to 0809-030-6416. And do remember, we have a call screener, so when you call in, stay on the line.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
All right, Mr. Zion from GRA, welcome aboard. Hello, Mr. Zion.
Thank you. I want to attend more on the comment that you gave to the DSS boss.
All right.
To me, I think he's taking sides already.
What do you mean by taking sides?
Yes, he's speaking for the government.
But that's DSS.
That is not his responsibility. He's not a politician. Or except he's involved in causing this hardship. If they have identified that people want to hijack the process, it's co-responsible, not advising that there shouldn't be protest. I'm not a fan of protest, but on this course, if it is where the people want to express their grievances, why don't you allow them and give them the security? Protest is enshrined in the United Nations Charter, upon which you can express your grievance, upon which you can express how you feel at that material time.
So you're saying that... I mean, the DSS, you know that the DSS is not just any police, right? So they are privy to some information that every other person might not be privy to. So if they, I mean, it's not like his call says, don't protest. It's more like they're begging, please. From the information we have, we think the best thing to do is to do this and not that.
The best thing he should do is to just give the information among his men. These people will be protesting tomorrow. And based on our intelligence, people may come for them. So I want people to mount and give these people cover. Or can we go ahead and arrest those people ahead of time? The truth is, let's be honest to ourselves. How come it's only when they want to be a protest, they always uncover a plot to disrupt? But they have never wanted uncover a Boko Haram attack. They have never wanted uncover X-Men slaughtering people in Kano, in Zamfara, in Benue, the crime rate. They have never wanted. Tell me one they have uncovered and you protest it up. Tell me just one. But whenever the people want to speak to defend their integrity, they want to protect their land, they want to speak up as a democratic citizen, the DSS will always uncover wonderful DSS. So wonderful people.
All right. Zion. Thank you, Mr. Zion. Hello, God's Power from HA. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, God's Power. Good afternoon or evening.
Anyone, welcome.
Okay. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on, please.
Okay, please. DSS, warning the organized labor against the planned protest. You see, I don't just really understand what this country is all about when it has to do with fundamental human rights. It is the right of the people to complain and protest of a bad policy that is affecting the people. See, I don't even know. Sometimes these forces, I don't know what they are, the way they are acting, or they are acting because of their paymasters say they should act this way. Are they not being affected by this economic crisis that is happening in this country? That they are warning the organized way. In fact, I think.
Did you hear when I read out the statements? God's Power. Did you hear when I read out the statement from the DSS?
Come again?
Did you hear me when I read out the statement from the DSS?
Yes, I heard it very well.
Okay, because you're making it sound like they were issuing some kind of warning and threatening them.
It's a warning. They are just warning. Leave that one they are saying for interest of peace. This is how I've been hearing it. For the interest of peace and for the elderliness of the country. It's not. It's a warning.
All right.
It's a warning. So let them just come tomorrow and shoot every person. I will be in that protest.
Nobody's shooting anybody. Thank you so much for calling God's Power. Ifediba is calling from Port Harcourt. Welcome.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. If you know Mr. Zion's number, please give me. I want to buy him beer this afternoon.
Are you sure he drinks beer?
Done very noble. Spoken very well. More than ever before.
Okay. I'll find his number and then. So how do I reach you? Interesting. So we're taking big stories and I'm not taking phone numbers, for you to buy beer. Please. 0817-923-0002 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0007. Send me a message via WhatsApp. on 0809 030 6416. All right. Kelechi Biam from Ada George in Port Harcourt. Kelechi. Says, good afternoon, Sister Constance. Is there any day in this country that we will not hear a hilarious statement from our leaders? Please, if I may ask, which of the Senate will probe the 30 billion naira when Lawan for Senate President, who in conjunction with Buhari kept this country where we are today? It is laughable. They should start by arresting him and Buhari first before we can take them serious. And you say there was a country. There is a country. All right. Thank you, Kelechi, for your message. Companies are leaving Nigeria simply because the business environment is very choking. Instead of the government to use tax paid by big multinational companies to improve the economy, they use the tax paid to enrich their fleet of cars. Nigerian leaders, please wake up. Brightener from Woji. Hello, Jude from Omoma. Welcome, please.
DSS uncovered a plan by some people to hijack the protest. You see, it sounds funny to me. If DSS have a kind of plan, or have had, or have seen that some people are planning to hijack the protest, and they're just telling us, what is their duty there? Can they be proactive? Go after those people who are planning to hijack a protest that has been given, that is timeline. It has not started.
So you think they know the people?
They're telling us that we should shelve the protest, the one they know that is our fundamental human right. They should go after those who have planned to hijack the protest, arrest them. That's what they should do. It is our fundamental human right of peaceful protest. And what we are protesting or going to protest for is in their own interest. I know DSS are not high up people. They buy from the same market. And they've seen this government has screwed us up. We cannot turn. And there's nothing we can do other than to protest peacefully. DSS, please, go after those who you have known to have planned to hijack the protest. That's what you should do. And allow us to express ourselves freely so that government can know that we are in pain. There's not much we can do. We are in pain. We are shouting.
Thank you very much for calling, Jude. Cookie Gam from Rumolumeni. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
Constant, they should ban protest. Constant, what's happening in Nigeria today? Who is happy? For policeman, the Navy man, the army man, common Nigerians. Nobody's happy in Nigeria today again. Constant, of people express their feelings in China crown, in China land. It's not out of protest. A man expresses his feelings during protest. Then why would this government say they want to try to ban people's rights on the constitution? On constitution.
Hold on, Cookie Gam. Where did you hear this story about ban on protest?
No. I don't say ban. I said ban. I don't say ban. I don't say somebody is ban.
Okay.
About DSS. I'm not saying about DSS. What I'm saying, constant, my sister. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians have to express all their feelings through any means, not violent. Any cogent and lawful means. One can express his feelings or her feeling in a country such Nigeria. Nigeria, they claim to be giant of Africa. So it should allow us to express our feelings in a genuine way, not through crime, not through violence. Express our feelings because this present government today, people are dying on daily basis. Constant. Let me tell you what, yesterday, so someone is coming from Igrita to Port Harcourt on daily basis. He sent 2,000 from Igrita to Port Harcourt, 2,000 back. He said it's 40,000. He said it's 40,000. Times 30 days is 150,000. How much that person will earn in this country? Call Nigeria. So let allow us express our feelings in genuine and cogent and verifiable way to show my feelings. What are happening, I like it or I don't like it. So this present government today, in this 8 months to 9 months, they have failed Nigerians. So Nigerians express their feelings. But let express their feelings in a genuine way, not through violence.
Thank you, Cookie Gam.
Constitutional way too. That's how Nigerians do. So I pray that Nigeria should rise up and accept their feelings through constitutional way.
All right, thank you, Cookie Gam. Hello, Emeka from Owerri. Good afternoon.
My sister, good afternoon. You see, Mr. Zion has said it all on that issue of DSS. They always get intelligence on when it happens, when it gets to do with protests. When people want to register their grievance over what is going on in Nigeria, they come up with the intelligence and everything. They just found a warning. And it's just like Zion said, it's like they have taken side already. On the issue of accountability of the last administration, if Mr. Tinubu wants to make progress in this government, he needs to go back and investigate what transpired in 2015 to 2023 under the government of Buhari. If he fails to do this, I tell you, he will never get it right. And one thing for me, personally, one thing we will do, that I will talk for him, for this government to go and probe the government of Buhari. All the money they borrowed in that administration, he should come and account to Nigerians. What did he do with those money? Honestly, this should be the beginning of it. With whatever he's doing in office as the president. I'm talking of Tinubu. Let him go back and let him come and account for the whole money he borrowed. All the whole money he borrowed, what did he do with it? How can you be borrowing almost every month you borrow? Nothing, absolutely nothing to pay for that kind of money. Let Senate President, let Mr. President, let all of them leave what they're doing now. Go and call this former president to come and account for all the money he collected.
All right.
And should account to Nigerian people. This will be the beginning of his good administration.
Thank you, Emeka. Gift from Rumosi, you're up now. Go on.
Hello. Good, Constance.
Good afternoon, sir. Go on, please.
Yes, getting intelligence reports. Why don't they get intelligence reports and tell the Ogada, sir, your bad leadership will cause anger in the land. Please stop it. Now, intelligence report is flying up and down as if there is no man's land. That is where they are good. And they will not get reports. When it comes to festive period, that is the next time they get intelligence reports. Let them carry their intelligence report and go and sleep in Aso Rock. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gift. Ida from Nkoro, good afternoon.
Good morning, I greet you specially.
Welcome.
My sister, me as I am now, I will pray without ceasing. And I know, I have told you, that next week that God will do a wonderful thing in Nigeria.
Amen.
A wonderful thing that people do not expect. And that day, protest will not die. That day will rejoice, will be eating. They are bad leaders. I don't know what God will do to them, but I've seen vision that next week that something good will happen.
When next week? I'm looking forward to this.
That fuel will sell for 15 naira per liter. Rice will sell for 4,000 naira per bag.
Ida, when? You're just saying next week. This is your prophecy. You don't get dates.
No, you don't get dates.
Now when next week?
Monday, Friday. God will do it for us. I'll call you for this station. It's a wonderful thing. I believe my God that I serve. Thank you very much, Honorable. From Nkoro.
Thank you for calling. Frank from D-Line, please go on.
Good afternoon, Constance.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Mr. President wants to prove the former president and the former CBN governor.
It's not Mr. President, it's the Senate.
It's a good one. Let them prove them because these people have spent a lot of money. Just like my brother from Owerri, Emeka said, Mr. President should be proved for those money that he borrowed. Not only that the former humanitarian minister who claimed that she feeds the students during the COVID-19, during holiday time. Let them prove that so that the woman can tell us when the children are not in the school, how she feeds them. Then the former minister of transportation also should be proved for the drone he took from China. This is my comment. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Bless you too. Thank you. Hello, Divine from Woji. Go on, please.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Go on.
I feel so disappointed to hear this intel report from the DSS. They have these intel reports, and they could not get that intel report as well right, that the bag of rice we bought at 52,000 naira in December would have to turn to 76,000 naira in February. They didn't get the intel report that the milk children take, that used to be 2,600 per sachet, we turned in less than 3 weeks from 2006 to 3,600 naira. They didn't get that intel report.
It's not a security issue now.
Insecurity, but we are depressed. We are going through hardship. People barely eat 1 meal, 2 meals. I'm not talking about square, because it's not square. 1 or 2 meals a day. They don't see that. All they see is that we are about to protest. There is intel report that people are about to hijack it. Who wants to hijack it? Maybe they are the one that wants to hijack it. We will have a peaceful protest and let the government know, let the world know how we feel. That we can't eat well. Our children can't eat well. We can't pay their school fees the way we ought to. Why? Because the economy is going down every day. Early last year, you will agree with me that naira to dollar, when we said things were even bad, naira to dollar were about 600 naira. So daily, go to black market, it's about 2,000 naira. What are we in less than a year in your leadership? And we say we are in the country. If they don't know how to lead, please stand down and let's reconduct election. Let people who can lead the country. They know how to lead. We are dying. People are suffocating. Thank you.
Thank you for calling Divine from OG. All right, just a quick reminder of the big stories. Senate to probe Buhari government, Emefiele, over 30 trillion naira CBN loans. The Punch has that story. Nigerian lawmakers to investigate exit of multinationals from the country. Premium Times. Shelve your planned protests. DSS urges labor leaders. The Punch again. And NNPC uncovers fresh illegal connections, refineries in River State and other places. Nigeria Info News. All right, I'm taking messages on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on X, and I'm taking your calls as well. And on Facebook, thank God, Ability Atwebu says, shelve your planned protests. DSS urges NLC. Does DSS have a different market in Nigeria? Are they not feeling the negative impact of Bola Tinubu's administration? And then Mimi Remy says, let them continue. God will give us that mind to confront them one day. Akere is calling from Kana local government area. Welcome, Akere.
Certain credited to the DSS about intelligence gathering concerning the planned protest by labor. I think I want to say
You want to say what? Oh my, that happened. Akere.
I can hear you.
All right, go on. You want to say what?
There is no going back about the planned protest by labor. I don't know why DSS at this time, anyway, I can't blame them because they are doing what they were instructed to do. When it concerns issues like labor activity. But when insecurity comes into play, there will be no security intelligence. There will be no intelligence report from anywhere. That protest is going to be the mother of all protests in Nigeria. We will not even liken it to that took place in 2012.
Are you the one organizing the protest?
The labor.
Well, they didn't say it was going to be mother of all protests. You're the one calling it mother.
I'm telling you, it's going to be more than any other protest that has been done in recent decades.
So you're going to join the protest, I believe?
What are you going to do? What?
If you're going to join the protest, that's what I'm asking.
Why not? I'm a labor leader.
Oh,
in my
interesting.
place. I'm mobilizing. Mobilizing.
Okay.
Let me tell you, as of today, we are hearing a bag of rice is 85,000. We're hearing a packet of cement, 30,000. And so many, Gary, basin, the smaller basin, it's about 9,500. And we have a government somewhere. They are living in affluence. We will not take that again. This time around,
all right.
It's going to, as I say, it's going to be mother of all protests.
All right, thank you, Akere, for calling. Nicholas Erasmus, clearly you're calling me someone else. I know the person, but that's not my name. My name is Constance. Protest is the right of everyone, and Nigeria Labour Congress has the right to protest. DSS should please let us be. DSS spokesperson is feeding well under AC. He doesn't know there is hunger. All right, Nicholas Erasmus. Who else is here? CP Ozuke from Ahoda says, good day, presenter. There's nothing to investigate over the exit of multinational companies in Nigeria. Who can endure this hardship if not a crippled man? Let the Senate save their energy. Rather, channel it on regulating power, energy, security, poor economy, and bad governance in the country. For high cost of building materials, if users of building materials stop or lower construction speed for now, the producers will equally adjust their markets. Okay, thank you. Emefiele says, the exit of some foreign companies from Nigeria ought to have been an advantage for local production of these goods and services by natives. But the challenge is that most and local governments in South and Southeast are only interested in manipulating their people against the federal government as their stock in trade, while all the various income and budgets are exclusively for diversion, and the people resort to blaming the federal government and expect central government to do everything for them, including provision of food, while state governments in the north are heavily involved in agriculture. I feel ashamed when I hear some of our people here complain of hunger and at the same time eulogize their governors. Emefiele, that's your message. Origi from Ogbogu, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Go on, please.
In as much as I support Labour going for rally tomorrow or whatever day, it will not help us at all. What will help is a total shutdown of Nigeria.
So how do we?
How part of Nigeria be shut down? All companies stop work. Only your radio houses, television houses, and militaries should work, so that those people will only help us, not the individuals go to hijack that system. But telling us that we go out tomorrow, whichever day to go and rally, is nothing. It will end nothing. The government will not hear what they are doing. Nobody's hearing. And they are not hearing from the radio that we are suffering. They are hearing. What we want is shut down Nigeria completely and let them know that we are in trouble. We are suffering. So this one they are doing is just nothing. They are going about talking what is not going to work. So I thank you. You will see that they will go and come back, it will not work. Thank you.
All right, Origi from Obogo, thank you for your call. Good afternoon, Constance. Happy New Year. Oh, okay. Happy New Year to you too. NNPCL uncovers 200 and more illegal connections. This story keeps recurring because our security agencies are in romance with the perpetrators, and some in government are their aides or aiders. Mr. Bright from Port Harcourt, you sent us that one. DSS uncover plan to hijack Labour protest. Why is it that DSS only uncovers plots to hijack protest like this? Yet they will never uncover plans by bandits and Boko Haram. Let them go after those who are planning the hijack and also provide security for the protesters. That is simply their job. Abraham D. Kuko from Unyada in Andoni local government area. Emmanuel from Iwofe says DSS always uncovers plot to hijack protest. Both DSS should have also uncovered plans that federal government does not have economic plan for Nigerians. Also the killings in Nigeria. DSS have not uncovered any of that. Emmanuel from Iwofe. And then I have a Sunday from Omagwa. Hello, Sunday. All right, that happened. Sunday, you can call back as quickly as possible. My name is Frank from Owerri. DSS, who are supposed to stand with the masses, are now against us. It seems they are from another country, not from Nigeria. God have mercy. Thanks, Constance. What do you mean by DSS should be standing with you? Is the DSS a labor union? Oh, my word. John Peters, I see your message. I'll read it in a bit. JAJ is calling from Port Harcourt Township. Hello, JJ. Welcome aboard.
Good evening, my sister.
Good afternoon, sir.
There was a mass killing in Plateau State. There was also killings in Benue, and it's not abating. And insecurity, kidnapping everywhere. The DSS didn't uncover anything. It is when people want to protest, they want to tell the government that the way you're going right now, things may go wrong. That is when they uncover that. Because I don't know at all. If you see what is happening right now, Constance, I don't know if you've been to the market once in a while. We'll go so that we get story and we also know how to appropriate money and all that. It's not funny, Constance. Like you talked about salt at the beginning of this program. Salt may not increase soon because a lot of people buy our stock is something that doesn't expire and it doesn't spoil too. But after now, go back again, you will know. It's as bad as that. So for me, I think those that want to protest, guide them to protest. Make sure the hoodlums don't come. Or better still, storm their black spots, their hideouts, arrest them before the good people come out. How about that, Constance? What do I know? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for calling, JAJ. Peters on WhatsApp says DSS should always have intelligence report and advise the government whenever they want to come up with wicked policies so that it will not cause protest. For DSS to see intelligence reports against public peace. Okay, I'm not going to say the last thing on that message. All right. Thank God, Atwebu. Have I not read your message? Oh, I read it on Facebook. Yeah, I remember. Hector says, I think President Tinubu should just throw in the towel. He should resign. He's not ready to solve our problems. That's from Hector. Who else is here? Tony Ife from Port Harcourt says, federal government. Where do states and local governments come in here? Do we have federal food and state food? People keep calling federal government and not governors who are in charge of lands in their respective states. Agriculture is not the sole responsibility of federal government alone. Your name is Tony. All right, Tony. Okay. Newton Ikire. Let me see. You said the Senate to probe the past administration is an exercise in futility. Nigerian lawmakers to investigate exit of multinationals. This is laughable. Really? That's what you're asking? You're asking, really? Shelve your planned protests. DSS urges labor. You say it won't work, Sha. I don't trust the NLC. They just want to cash out. NNPC uncovers fresh illegal connections and refineries. I don't get it. They are not aware. They can't fool me. That's from Newton Ikire. All right, I've got the news coming up in less than 1 minute. What's your name? Ken says the DSS is towing a familiar route. If really they have any intel on the protest being hijacked, they should go ahead and arrest the hijackers instead of making mere statements. NNPCL should tell it to the Marines. All right, thank you very much for your calls and your messages. I'll read those I see here. That will be past 6, all right, when it's time for open season. Thank you. So we go on that news break, and after the news, let's talk about the impact of the high cost of building materials on the development of Nigeria. Just stay tuned.
To thrive in a fast-changing world,
tune in to 92.3 Nigeria Info for the best of news, talk and sports 24/7.